What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff Register. I'm a mortgage broker here in South Florida. And today on the channel, we're going to talk about what a mortgage broker is, right? So like, what do we do as mortgage brokers?
What would you say you do here?
How are we different? How are we different from a bank, right? So go to your local bank, go to a larger financial institution. What makes us stand out? What makes a broker better? And how can you use a broker to your advantage to help you get the best deal on your mortgage? So we're going to cover all that coming right up. All right, so what is a mortgage broker? Well, in order to explain really what a mortgage broker is, we're going to need to back up a little bit and explain two different types of lending channels or two different types of ways in which you could acquire a mortgage. So the first one of the two is retail. So retail is essentially your large financial institutions, and there's some other smaller ones that fall underneath that category too. But for the purpose of this video, like your Wells Fargo, your Chase, your Bank of America, those larger banks that you kind of know because maybe you got your checking account or your savings account there. That is retail. That's the retail channel. So if you're applying for a mortgage and you're going through your bank, and you call or you walk in and you talk to a loan officer at that bank.
Like you're applying for a loan?
And you're going through your bank, you're going through the retail side of the mortgage industry. You're going to talk to a loan officer, and that loan officer is going to work directly for that company.
I work here.
All right, so the other side of that coin is wholesale, right? So, and the way to get through the wholesale channel is to use a mortgage broker, okay? And so, just like I mentioned about your bank, you can call your local mortgage broker, set up an appointment, go to their office, meet with them, just discuss your mortgage needs with them. But the mortgage brokerage as a whole, they have loan officers, and you're going to speak with one of those loan officers. Now, the loan officers work for the mortgage broker, right? They don't work for the bank.
You work for the bank?
No.
Okay, so kind of a natural question already is, what is the advantage of using a mortgage broker?
Tell me.
I already have my checking account over at my bank. I can kind of just go talk to them. It seems like that would be a little bit easier. Why can't I use them? All right, so let's break down some things that a mortgage broker can do for you that a large retail bank cannot.
Let's see what you got.
All right, so number one, mortgage products. Now, most people think when it comes to mortgages that there's just, your conventional 30-year mortgage, right? Or you may even think, hey, there's, I know I can get a 15-year mortgage. Well, there is a lot of different mortgage products out there for specific needs, right? So let's say that you're trying to build a home, right? Well, you need construction financing. You just want to buy a lot. Well, there's lot financing. Let's say that you don't have any money for a down payment. There's 0 down payment options. Let's say you need closing cost assistance. There's assistance for closing costs. There is hundreds and hundreds of different scenarios out there in which mortgage brokers can find the right product for you. Well, can't your bank do that? Most likely not. The thing with mortgage brokers are they have access to multiple lenders. And when I say multiple, I think we have access to somewhere around 160 different lenders.
Wow.
So imagine your bank times 160. Those are the options that we have. So this is where working with a mortgage broker is really going to help you out, especially when they have the ability to take your loan and send it to a lender who specializes in that type of financing. All right, so number two, and this is a big one, interest rates.
All the low interest rates.
When you're shopping for a mortgage, you want obviously the best interest rate, right? You want that payment to be as low as you possibly can. Mortgage brokers have the option to shop all those lenders and see who has the best rates on that day. When you have this wide array of lenders, some days some lenders' rates aren't as good as other lenders, but we have the opportunity to look across all those lenders and see who that day for your particular situation has the best rate. And the third thing is cost. So even though you got that great low interest rate through a mortgage broker, you still have closing cost. And closing cost and fees with a mortgage broker are almost always lower than going with a retail lender. So a couple other points that I want to go over are some misconceptions or some myths that I've heard over the past 15 years about mortgage brokers. All right, so here's a big one that I still hear to this day, and it's just simply not true, and that is that mortgage brokers do not have control of the underwriting process as well as a bank does. And so banks kind of tout, hey, we have in-house underwriting. So what does that mean? What's in-house underwriting mean? Well, essentially what they're saying is, hey, the underwriter works for us, the bank, and so does the loan officer. So because they both work for us, they can communicate easier, faster, better. Well, I can guarantee that almost every underwriter doesn't sit right next to a loan officer at that bank. As a matter of fact, the underwriter and the loan officer are probably not even in the same state. So my ability to pick up the phone or send an email to an underwriter is just as good as that of a big bank, if not even better. All right, so another myth is that it could take longer by using a mortgage broker. Well, it's actually the opposite. We close loans here at my company on average of 2.5 times faster than one of the large retail banks. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys kind of got a little bit more insight into what a mortgage broker is and the fact that we're an advocate for you, the consumer, to help find the best deal for you, be extremely effective in the way that we communicate with you, and get the job done not only on time but ahead of time. So if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like. If you want to see more content like this in the future, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.